We work in a business where like it is okay to own other people's masters. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's like you owning my ID and telling me when I can and can't cross the street and when I can eat and, when I should pay my taxes and That's the business that we're in the music industry. That will soon change, by the way. Everybody should own their masters.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Stay in Tune TV. I do hope y'all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's not waste no time getting right into the video. So Lil Wayne has sold his masters to Universal Records for $100 million. The deal happened in June, but it wasn't made public until recently because Weezy's former manager, Sweeney, is suing him for $20 million. He claims he helped Lil Wayne settle the $51 million lawsuit between Lil Wayne and Cash Money Records, as well as the $41 million that he sought from Universal in 2016 for unpaid royalties from his music and for bringing Drake and Nicki to the table. Universal paid $10 million of that, and Sweeney's lawsuit alleges that, as Lil Wayne's personal manager, the artist agreed to pay Sweeney 10% of proceeds from 3 separate paydays, 2 lawsuit settlements, plus the sale of any master recordings owned by the Young Money record label. In addition, his ex-manager alleges that he missed out on getting paid a full 10% of the Young Money sale proceeds. Sweeney claims that he was extremely successful in renegotiating a terrible contractual agreement with Cash Money Records, which led to Lil Wayne being able to secure a new recording contract, which included the return of his publishing rights and touring rights from the label. Trust and believe that Universal got that money right back because as a part of the settlement, Lil Wayne agreed to let Universal be the sole distributor of the Carter 5. There was so much build up and anticipation leading to this album release. The Carter 5 earned 43 million streams in its first week, the second largest streaming week ever behind Drake's Scorpion. Universal also stood to make money from Cash Money via Young Money Records signees Drake and Nicki Minaj. So we've been hearing stories from artists for decades talk about issues regarding having signed a bad contract and having bad publishing and or distribution deals. But there ain't nothing new under the sun. The music business been cutthroat. You work your butt off, make countless sacrifices while someone else generates generational wealth off of your blood, sweat, and tears. If the record label owns your masters, you might as well say they own you. Masters equal intellectual property. Intellectual property means assets. Assets equal to long-term income, which makes more dollars than cents. This is your legacy. Whoever has the masters has the wealth. So I wonder, why would Lil Wayne sell his legacy? It is public knowledge that the IRS has accused Lil Wayne of owing several huge debts, equaling up to $14 million for the years 2011 and 2012. He was also hit with a lien in 2014, and now years later, he has officially satisfied that debt. In December 2018, during a concert in Chicago, he publicly thanked Jay-Z and Swizz Beatz for getting him out that jam by helping him pay off the debt. So here's what he had to say.
There's people like Jay-Z, you know what I mean? He helped me when I was really down. Really down. There's people like Swizz Beatz that's gonna send me every beat he make and want me to rap on every single one until I got my situation straight. He don't want me to talk about it, don't want me to tell nobody. Jay don't want me to tell nobody. That man helped me with my tax. These are real friends, y'all. Shout out to my nigga Jay. Shout out to my nigga Swizz. Shout out to my brother Chance. Music!
So although Jay-Z and Swizz came through in the clutch, I know Lil Wayne had to repay them, and I also believe he knew the lawsuit from the ex-manager was coming. I believed he was still in a jam with Universal despite the renegotiated contract, not to mention other financial obligations that he may have. He didn't even receive half of the money that he was originally suing for. He has a right to sell his own masters, and only he knows why he made the decision. But think about this. If they bought his masters for $100 million, then how much were they really worth? A while back, Kanye was going on a full-blown public rant about wanting his masters. Jay-Z sold Kanye's first 6 albums when he sold his share of Rockefeller Records in order to secure his master recordings. And Jay-Z also bought Tupac's entire music catalog for reportedly $384 million. And we all saw the changes Prince went through while trying to get his back before he passed. It also makes me think about how Michael Jackson came up on the Beatles catalog. So Paul McCartney was just putting Mike up on game, telling him how lucrative it was to own other artists' publishings. In the meantime, in between time, Paul McCartney's catalog was sold right from underneath him. Him and Michael Jackson was rappy, so they just talking, and Paul McCartney like, man, they auctioning off my catalog for woo woo woo, Mike. And Mike heard that and was like, bet. Check it out.
I have worked with a couple other people. I worked with Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder.
And how did he repay you? He bought your songs.
Hey, you see?
Yeah, isn't that
I
nice?
couldn't take him anywhere.
It was Christmas and I was at home. Michael originally rang me, said, do you want to make some hits? And I said, yeah, sure I do, you know. So he came over, we agreed to meet here. I was quite excited to write with him, he was quite excited to write with me, so we were popping off each other.
Yeah.
And so we just did it. As I say, it was quite a short session. So it was very nice. We had a really good time. We made a couple of records together, did a video, and we're very good friends. Well, it actually kind of fell apart a little bit later because he was talking to me and asking my business advice. And one of the things I said to him was, think about getting into music publishing. And then he looked at me kind of, I thought he was joking, he said, I'm going to get yours. Oh, yeah. So, you know, I kind of thought, oh, you. But it turned out to be true. And, but I did talk to him about it, but he kind of blanked me on it. He kept saying, that's just business, Paul, you know.
He just says, oh, that's business. And that's it. And I say, yeah, sure, it's business. It's also friendship. It's also moral.
So we kind of drifted apart. It was no big bust up. Yeah. We kind of drifted apart after that.
So I thought Michael did put him on notice. He genuinely finessed that play. But like I said, the business is cutthroat. Michael bought the Beatles catalog for $47.5 million, and after reported financial troubles, he later sold it to Sony for $100 million. I know Paul's still feeling some type of way behind that. So for whatever reasons, nowadays so many artists are selling their master recordings, publishing, royalties, and catalogs. Legendary music producer Timbaland sold his whole catalog, which was 108 albums worth of songs, and he's worked with some of the biggest names in music. RZA from Wu-Tang sold 50% of the copyright interest and writer share in the song catalog of Wu-Tang Clan's primary producer. No ID sold his entire music royalty catalog, and that's just to name a few. So they all sold them to this dude right here, Mercuriadis. Now he has been buying a lot of artists' masters and says his goal is to spend $1 billion to own every pop song. In 2018, he launched Hypnosis Song Spawn with the head-turning acquisition $23.75 million for a 75% stake in the Dreams catalog. He reportedly purchased the catalogs of his friend and management client Nile Rodgers. Rodgers is responsible for the classics These Are the Good Times and Rapper's Delight by hip-hop pioneer The Sugar Hill Gang. It was reported that Mercuriadis is about to close his biggest deal thus far, buying the entire catalog of one of the music industry's most iconic female artists and songwriters from the past. I wonder who that could be, but let me tell you, this guy's family will be straight for generations to come. Lil Wayne selling his masters is somewhat disconcerting. With that being said, he has undoubtedly contributed so much to the rap game. He holds a secure seat in my top 5, and I do wish him the very best. So before I get out of here, I'm going to end it with this. If you're looking to get in the music business, know your worth, do your research, and learn as much as you can about the business, and acquire a reputable entertainment attorney and accountant that's not necessarily affiliated with the label before signing any contracts, because protecting your livelihood should not be up for negotiation. Well, that is all we have for this video. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Also, leave a comment below. More importantly, remember to stay blessed, stay in tune, stay safe and out the way. Until next time, take care.